Remember Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing and how he was accused by Christine Blasey Ford of sexual assault? Well, listen to this. Apparently, one of the emails that was released yesterday talked about how Jeffrey Epstein was involved with Steve Bannon in one of the questions on how to get Christine Blasey Ford to kind of be like, is she telling the truth or not? Here's my question. Why the fuck was Jeffrey Epstein involved with the Supreme Court Justice's confirmation? Seems pretty fucking suspicious. I highlighted this one because, to be honest, these text messages ones are really confusing to read. Between Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I get it now. Then this is what Jeffrey Epstein responds. She couldn't recall if the lie detector was given the same day as her mother's funeral or not. Question mark. All caps. Meds. Then sends a link to researchgate.net, false memories and social anxiety. And then also sends another message, duh. And then Steve Bannon said, is this a hint? And then Jeffrey Epstein responds with another article from pharmacytimes.com, medications that may cause memory loss. Then Steve Bannon responds, Roger. Then Jeffrey Epstein responds, I delayed my trip a day. Is still around. Tell Burke they should make sure they ask Ford about her medications. What type and for how long? My guess is that Katz won't let her answer. So I went back through her testimony, and I could only find two places where she was asked about the polygraph test and her grandmother passing away, and then she was asked about her anxiety and medication. I'm going to put both of those clips here. Either way, I just have a lot of questions. I think the Democrats need to investigate this more. Specifically, they may need to reopen this case, because why the fuck is Jeffrey Epstein involved in the Supreme Court Justice's confirmation hearing? There's a lot of questions with this, and I don't think a lot of people are knowing about this. This is a really big fucking deal. In my opinion, Kavanaugh should not even be on the Supreme Court Justice because of this allegation and the refusal of the Republicans to investigate him more, because they were desperate to put him on the bench because they wanted as many Republicans as possible. There's a lot of questions, and there needs to be a full-on investigation regarding this specific matter.
That you made this morning?
Yes.
Okay. I want to talk to you about the day that this happened, leading up to the gathering.
Okay.
In your statement this morning, have you told us everything that you remember about the day leading up to that?
Yes.
Let me ask just a few questions to make sure that you've thought of everything, okay? You indicated that you were at the country club swimming that day?
That's my best estimate of how this could have happened.
Okay. And when you say best estimate, is that based on the fact that you said you went there pretty much every day?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall prior to getting there, so I'm only talking about up to the gathering,
Okay.
had you had anything to drink?
Not at all.
Okay. Were you on any sort of medication?
None.
Okay. Do you recall knowing before you went who was going to be at that gathering?
I recall that expecting that Mark Judge and Leland would be at that gathering.
Okay. Do you recall an expectation that Brett?
Correct.
Okay. So then would it be fair to say at least PJ, Brett Kavanaugh, Mark Judge, Leland Ingram at the time, and yourself were present, and possibly others?
And one other boy. So there were four boys. I just don't know the name of the other boy. So.
Have you been contacted by anybody saying, hey, I was at that party too?
No, I haven't talked with anyone from that party.
Okay. Now, you've been detailed about what happened once you got up the stairs, and so I don't need to go through that again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just realized that I said something that was inaccurate. I said I hadn't spoken with anyone from the party since that. I've spoken with Leland.
Okay. Thank you for correcting
Yeah,
that. I
thank you.
appreciate that. Did the polygraph not in his office in Virginia, but actually at the hotel next to Baltimore Washington Airport. Is that right?
Correct.
Why was that location chosen for the polygraph?
I had left my grandmother's funeral at Fort Lincoln Cemetery that day and was on tight schedule to get a plane to Manchester, New Hampshire. So he was willing to come to me, which was appreciated.
So he administered a polygraph on the day that you attended your grandmother's funeral?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Or it might have been the next day. I spent the night in the hotel, so I don't remember the exact day.
Have you ever had discussions with anyone besides your attorneys on how to take a polygraph?
Never.